The household of God. History of the primal creation of spirits and matter. The first patriarch from Adam to Abraham. Received through the inner word from Jakob Lorber. Chapter 3. God as Father of His children. Thus spoke the Lord to me and within me for everyone, and that is true, faithful, and certain. I am a good host, not a crumb of bread is lost. Whoever invests his capital with me will receive high interest, and it will remain recorded in my heart. And the interest will be growing forever and ever. Look upward, you fool, and gaze at the starry sky. Who has ever counted the infinite number of suns and all the earths of which I have created, thousands for every sun? And I, who am truthful and reliable in every one of my words, am telling you, for a penny I shall give away an earth, and for a drink of fresh water a sun. Truly, I tell you, the smallest service of neighborly love shall be rewarded richly and abundantly. You ask me whether there are everywhere humans like here on the earth where you dwell, and I tell you, yes, there are everywhere humans who are going forth from my bowels, and who perceive me according to the respective organ. Those who go forth from my bands and perceive me according to my bands. Those who go forth from my feet and perceive me accordingly. Those who go forth from my head and perceive me according to my head. Those who go forth from my hair and perceive me according to my hair. Those who go forth from my loins and perceive me according to my loins. And altogether, those who go forth from all the different parts of my bodily essence and perceive me accordingly. Their life and happiness correspond to that particular part from which they have come forth. They are all my creatures, whom I love, for I am love throughout and am the very love everywhere. However, the people of this earth I called forth from the center of my heart and created them fully in my image. They were meant to be not just my creatures, but my beloved children, who were not meant to perceive me as God and Creator, but as their good Father, will, after a short trial period, take them back into His house to share everything with Him, dwell with Him everlastingly, and rule and judge the universe with Him. And behold, all my creatures love me as their Creator, and gratefully enjoy their existence. But my children do not want their Father, and reject His love. Behold, it saddens me when I see how every hour thousands upon thousands wither and pass away. Oh, if I could only help them! Is it not sad when the Almighty cannot help? You ask me again how this could be possible. Oh yes, I tell you, it is quite possible. Behold, all my creatures are held by my might, but my children by my love. My might commands, and it is obeyed, whereas my love only desires and gently bids the free children. But the free children refuse to listen and do not want to face their father, because they are free, as I am. I cannot help them if it is against their will. My might surpasses everything, but my will is subject to my children. But let everyone know this. I am your Father, and am also your God, and beside me there is none other. Do you want me as a father or as a God? Your actions shall give me the final answer. Take note of this. Love dwells only in the Father and is called the Son. Whoever scorns this love shall be subject to the mighty deity, losing his freedom forever, and death shall be his share. For the deity dwells in hell too, but the Father dwells only in heaven. God judges everything according to His might, but grace and life eternal are only in the Father and are called the Son. The deity destroys everything, but the Son, or the love within me, has life, gives life and animates. All this, the good host and the thrifty father is telling all his children that they may change their ways in order to receive the inheritance I have faithfully prepared and kept for them from eternity. Tell your friends and brothers lovingly that I, their most loving father, have already stretched out both my arms to press them all to my heart, forever and ever. They shall on no account turn again away from me, but shall keep gazing at my countenance, and my eyes will tell them and clearly proclaim how much I love them, and how sincere my intentions towards them are. Tell them I have put their sins out of my sight, and have washed them white as snow, and there is no longer any obstacle. No longer will be I an invisible father to them. They shall always see me, and be happy and joyful. All their worries they shall transfer to me. Oh, how gladly I shall take care of them! What are all the joys and beatitudes of my heavens for me, the Father, compared with the bliss to be loved by my dear children as their only true Father? Behold, I give you all the beatitudes for this one bliss, which I have reserved for myself. And therefore my children shall call no one but me their Father, which I am, and to which I am fully entitled. And no one may take this right from me, as I am the only one, and there is none other besides me. Behold, I will call them all, i.e., your friends and brothers, by name. H1, L, V1, T, S, S, A, S, S. H1 signifies hell as a fleshly appendage to the soul. The number 1 stands for the arrogance, tyranny, and pride of hell. L signifies all kinds of passions resulting from the H1. V1 signifies reason coupled with the intellect, as given to the external natural man by the world or hell. T signifies the talent that sprouts simultaneously with the intellect, V1. S, self-love. S, gloating and self-satisfaction. A, adherence to all world glamour. A, incentive to rise ever higher in the world and in its advantages. S, carnal sensuality. S, very foolish morality like fashion, compliments, etc. For more details, see Appendix to the Household of God, Volume 1, Chapter 186. They shall all receive my fatherly salutation, and still today, if they so desire, shall the gates of heaven be opened to them, which are the eyes of their spirit. And already today will I dwell in their hearts. Only one thing shall they do with determination, namely, cleanse their flesh in the well that contains living water. And they shall take a staff that is half black and half white, break it in half, throw the black part at the feet of the world, and keep the white part as a token that they have broken with the world and its flesh forever. This means that they shall in all earnest go within, recognize themselves, and then present their discovered weaknesses to me in their hearts. I shall remove the dirt from their hearts, and fill them with the fire of my divine fatherly love. Thus cleansed, they shall then show themselves to the priest, through and in the confession. Thereupon I will come and share the choicest feast with them before the altar. On the understanding of priests, confession, and church, in the following verse 14, more than 170 years ago, the church, as well as its customs and traditions, could have been changed by a faithful acceptance of the teachings of Christ. Now, 2017, there can be no more talk. See, for example, trumpet call, I sent a spiritual famine, or the light has gone out of the churches. But the pledge that the Father is always present in the trusting connection in the heart has eternal validity. Tell them also that they must on no account take offense at anything in or about the church. For I purify every food I recommend for the one who wishes to partake of it in spirit and in truth, and so he can enjoy it without fear. What I give to my children is clean and is not desecrated through the outer form for those for whom I have blessed it. I shall bless the temple and the place where they shall be hallowed. For I, their holy Father, shall be in their midst wherever they go, and not a hair on their head shall be hurt. Tell them in no uncertain terms, my love is waiting for them, and I will not close my arms before all of them are resting in my embrace, where they will behold their most loving, holy Father face to face, and their joy will never end. Amen. Tell all those who seek me that I am always at home and never go out, and that I do not have fixed hours or times when a person may come to me as with the kings on earth and the great ones of the world. Thus, a loving heart is welcome to me, not only on a Sabbath or holy day, but every minute, and even at night I have not ever barred the door to anyone. So, whenever you will knock, I shall say, enter. You must and can tell openly whether I have ever compelled you in any war, or whether it was at all times left to your free will to come to me with a question you wanted to ask, and if I have ever failed to answer your question. When you asked me from hell, I gave you an answer, and when you were on earth, I spoke to you, and I spoke to you in the heavens. My ears open to you day and night. What you are writing here, you write at your own time and leisure, and I am always satisfied with how long and how much you wish to write. Therefore, tell them faithfully that it does not matter to me, but whenever someone comes to me, he is heard and accepted. Tell the children that they must not mock me, but that they shall take this seriously. Tell them that I am never facetious, nor do I appreciate a joke. I take everything seriously concerning the great and the small, the young and the old, male and female. I do not make exceptions. For behold, I instantly and forever destroy my creatures that are useless. But for my children, I have plenty of punishments, and I shall discipline the disobedient to the last drop of their blood, when they will surely recognize that I am at least the matter of the house, if they do not want to accept me as the loving, holy Father. Woe betides those who misunderstand and misinterpret my fatherly chastisement. I repeat, woe betides them. They will be rejected by the Father, and will have to deal with their forever inexorable God. These things I am telling you, an inefficient, lazy servant. Amen. I, Jehovah. Amen.